Loading automechanical unit K-14 is fully operational at 99% power. Please designate the cargo to be transported and its destination. How can this automechanical assist you?
Okay, let's see if we can find... access panel. Or inspiration. Let's try the higher value thing.
Access panel is open. Please be sure to close the access panel when you are done.
Oh, we don't have the engineering.
Ejecting data log 17C. Alert. Failsafe protocol triggered.
Uh-oh.
Kill mode initiated. Preparing to end user. Understood. This unit is programmed to facilitate user queries. Kill mode pause. User termination to follow.
What's on the data log you just ejected?
The ejected data log contains instructions to move cargo shipment 6-8-7-5 outside the boundaries of the shipping yard. It also contains instructions to move randomized cargo shipments outside the boundaries of the shipping yard at intervals of 1 to 4 days.
And what was in the shipment?
Apologies. This unit does not have access to cargo inventory lists.
Okay.
Kill mode re-engaged. Have a nice day.
Oh, you are in for that. Make you knock that off. That's a tough armor.
This weapon's definitely the best for auto mechanicals. It's like how to fight a heavily armored robot. Just get the other robots to fight them. That's a shame we couldn't solve it peacefully. I should have talked to Pavardi first, but I thought maybe my lack of engineering was a problem. So that data log gave us the evidence we needed. We solved the skimming problem, okay. Fair enough. That was fairly simple, actually. Guess the data log tells him who did it, maybe? I don't know.
Inspector, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Why does Ludovico hate you so much anyway?
The original incident? Well, I made him an offer he should have refused.
Did he put a severed raptidon head in his bed?
What? No. Law, no. Why in the architect's name would you think that? Our combative relationship stems from paperwork, mundanely enough. Rizzo's contracted sublet to construct the Eridanos atmospheric complex. Had Lou wanted Rizzo's to retain full control of Eridanos, he shouldn't have skimmed the revised contract I sent him. Lou's an administrator, for law's sake. I thought he would adore all the fine print I added.
How fine a print are we talking?
Still technically visible to the human eye, but only just. You're quite good at this. It was all perfectly legal, too, which irked Lou to no end. My power grab, as Lou called it, planted the seed of hatred. And Lou, obsessed with what should have been, has made sure to water it daily with his bitterness and anger.
Should make peace with him.
Alas, I can't. I am, first and foremost, the head of Slug, and it simply wouldn't be good for business. Slug's control of Eridanos is a crucial step in my long-term plans for Sublight. The board needs to see irrefutable proof we are a respectable, legitimate business. Because one day soon, Sublight will obtain a seat on it. Meanwhile, our dear administrator is still laser-focused on old slights, which can be a nuisance. He's grown increasingly desperate to catch Slug with our hand in the proverbial cookie jar as of late, convinced we're involved in less than legal business opportunities.
Which of course you
I
are.
wish I could wink, but it always looks like I have something caught in my eye.
I've solved your... more questions about Helen.
Very well.
Did you have many dealings with Helen?
A few. Helen was strangely curious about the private business operations around Eridanos. She said it was role research. But how much business know-how does one actor truly need for an action picture? I also arranged to have Helen supplied with mag picks, bypass shunts, and other hacking tools. She wanted to buy in bulk.
That didn't strike you as suspicious.
That she bought in bulk? Not particularly. It takes time to learn to use tools like that deftly. I wonder, did she run out of time in the end?
If you didn't kill her, any ideas who would want her dead?
That is the question, isn't it, Inspector? Tell me, do you really believe Helen's death was a mere crime of passion? Or one of petty career jealousy?
Clearly you don't.
This murder is bigger than Miss Helen's personal life. Bigger than her latest moving picture.
Wow, I don't have the intelligence. I'm listening.
Her actions in the time leading up to her death do not align with those of an actor on Eridanos solely to promote Spectrum Brown. Stay sharp, Inspector. Now is not the time to lose focus. Because whoever did kill Helen is not going to come forward so easily.
You know more than you're telling me.
I might. I just might. Your point, Inspector? Yes, I suppose you have. Be very careful, Inspector. I'd very much like to see you still around for the grand finale, whenever it comes, whatever shape it takes. One moment, if you please, Inspector. I've answered your questions. I believe it's my turn to ask you a question now. What, or who, made you decide to investigate me?
It only makes sense.
Understandable. A man of my standing would naturally be tied up in all this, whether he wishes to be or not. Now then, did you need anything else?
Solved your skimming issue.
Ooh, I love this part. The big reveal. So tell me, what happened?
You got a serious security problem.
What makes you say that?
Somebody bypassed loading mech security system and rewired them to skim random goods.
Damn, you're good. Hacking the automex. So that was our skimmer's game. But why? Everything that was stolen has seemed random. I certainly see no pattern.
The theft was random except for the single shipment.
So, our culprit had something specific they wished to acquire and used the random theft as a smokescreen. I must say, Inspector, you've done excellent work on this case. Then that just leaves how the culprit knew where their true target would be, or indeed, that slug would soon possess it.
Check your pocket.
Okay, that's very impressive. Don't ever touch me again. Am I right to think what you found in my office earlier was the other half of this listening device?
You could hear everything you said in here.
She, Inspector. She could hear everything.
Yeah, I'm the inspector. No figuring out the culprit is before I do.
That listening device was the missing piece of our puzzle, Inspector. I lent it to Halcyon Helen to assist her with role research.
And she used it to research sluggish shipments instead.
Unbelievable. I helped her. Gave her whatever she needed. I thought we were doing each other a good turn.
I doubt it was personal.
This is a betrayal, Inspector. I do not take betrayal lightly. Helen should consider herself very lucky indeed that she is already among the dead, and that some other bastard beat me to putting her in the ground.
Seems like we found your motive.
Yes, I suppose we have. There is, however, a slight chronological incongruency to it. I now have a motive to kill Halcyon Helen, but Halcyon Helen is already dead. If I'd known Helen was stealing from me, I may very well have killed her, or had her killed. Alas, I did not.
Or maybe you did know this, and this is all a show for my benefit.
Oh, that is good, Inspector. Now you are thinking in the manner you must if you intend to get to the bottom of this mess. I wish you luck with your investigation, though I doubt you'll need it. You'll find Helen's murderer. I'm confident of that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must find a way to excise my anger that minimally damages my business empire. I expect it will involve shooting quite a lot of guns.
Alright, that's that wrapped up. I can't rule him out as a suspect, but he's certainly... I'm starting to think it's unlikely. Okay, he wants us to go back and report in. I think I'm going to talk to Dr. Goodnight though first. See if we can get any more information about the autopsy. Where they at? Whoa. The man who chafed. It's like seeing that they're in all kinds of locations, but I'm pretty sure they're just going to be in the hotel. It's like listing 3 locations. I'm like, is that inside? I don't know. Okay. Definitely inside here somewhere. But yeah, we still have a list of suspects, and we'll see who did it. Okay, it's saying we need to go over here. Interesting. Oh, up there, okay. Let's go up here then. Oh, really? It's in here. Ah, right. Yes, this is the infirmary. Let's have a look at the computer first. Bellamy Ruth autopsy. Could this be the apex of my profession? Several possible causes of death, but I've determined the killing blow was plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, occipital bone. Cerebellum death was instantaneous and painless. Frankly, her death may have come as a relief. She was unwell prior to the attack. High concentration of a poisonous compound in her stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Oh dear. Not lethal, but uncomfortable in the extreme. Spencer complained of similar stomach ailments. Spencer Woolrich. Yeah, who knows? Oh, we didn't even need to talk to the doc, apparently.
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report.
Yeah, I've read it.
You know, that is a remarkably brazen invasion of privacy. I feel a strange combination of annoyed and flattered. Would you humor me? I really was looking forward to delivering my autopsy report. It's one of the perks of my profession.
Sure, give me the quick version.
Poison in Bellamy's stomach. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich also had a stomach ailment recently. No such thing as coincidences. Was that efficient enough for you?
You sure it wasn't the hotel food?
The thought occurred to me. I tested this hypothesis by vacating the contents of my stomach and testing for the presence of the same toxin.
Oh,
Slightly
dude.
elevated levels of mercury and an alarming amount of blue food coloring. But other than that, no. I'm certain it wasn't, as you put it, just the hotel food.
You did what?
I did science. You know, my profession.
Someone was obviously trying to poison Helen.
Almost certainly. Well, possibly they were trying to make her extremely uncomfortable, but I suppose killing her would also satisfy that criterion.
Let's just speak to Spencer then.
Conversations with Mr. Woolrich tend to spontaneously transform into monologues. You'll find him on the VIP guest floor. I'd best return to work, Inspector. Autopsies always whet my appetite, and all this talk of food is distracting me.
I'll be back. So how the hell are we gonna get on the VIP floor then? Guess we gotta get permission or find a way of sneaking up there.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
I need access to the VIP.
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it.
Oh, here we get to, ooh, that's a lot of bits. The only guest who'd have a problem with me being there would be the murderer.
That's a good point. If they give me guff, I can just tell them that they're obstructing justice. That has a nice ring to it. Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access.
That was easy.
Done. You can now come and go as you please.
Alright, that was easy. I was expecting it to have to sneak up there somehow, but we just got access. Sweet. It just wasn't the right part of the story to access it. Well, I'm going to leave it off here, guys. The VIP is going to have a lot of stuff in store for us, I think, and a lot of clues, which we're going to find with our trusty clue finder. Yes, I have a feeling there's a lot to be discovered on the VIP floor, which we'll check out next time, guys. Till then.